let me say from the outset, the reason why we did it is because we were receiving phone calls. Whether it was parents, I talked to students, I talked to coaches from Methuen, Lawrence, Andover, friends of mine who coach who were concerned, athletic directors from Methuen and Hazel who were concerned that a lot of what was the conversations that were taking place were not taking place in an open, transparent way. And what we wanted to do was just to get all of you together, to have a conversation, and let the conversation take the road it takes. And whether it's to dissolve the conference, whether it's not to dissolve the conference.
A league, I measured it in just some different ways. First, I looked at state tournament participation. And our teams not only qualify for the state tournament at a high level, they do very well. They go deep into the state tournament. And that speaks to me about the level of competition that we have within our league. Probably more importantly than that, a number of our schools win sportsmanship awards at the state level. And I think that tells us that not only do we compete at a high level on the field, but our schools understand education-based athletics.
I think that the communication part we took care of. There was a little miscommunication because it was a fact-finding mission that they were on. We found out about it afterwards, but we did come to the table. I have to say that our colleagues that were looking did meet with us and try to, and explain their side of the story. So I want that out there, that there weren't any, I keep on hearing backroom deals and this, that. That's not true. I mean, our colleagues were looking at what they thought was best for their league, for their teams, their schools. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think that, as Jim said, we all offer, I think, a competitive-based athletic program. I think more importantly, I think the interactions. We have kids that know each other because regionally, we probably have fewer athletic problems in league competition than any league in the state. I think our kids know each other, they enjoy each other, they enjoy competing with each other. So I'm passionate about keeping the league together, but I also am a realist that my colleagues know what's best for their schools and talking to them. So I would hate to see anything happen, but that's where Methuen stands.
Scheduling. I think the fact that we haven't been able to discuss this in our own forum has been one of the problems, and I think that's what led us here to today. I think we have to be able to speak to each other and say, this is how my school needs help, whether it be a sub-varsity level or a varsity level. I think we jumped over that spot, and that brings us where we are today. And I think as athletic directors in our conference, we need to discuss that. I think from an urban side, where we feel we're sitting back, we don't want to just let things happen to us, but we understand where people are coming from, but we really haven't had that discussion. I think we need to do that to see where we stand.